Hey everybody, welcome
You
to the show.
you
I'm gonna
you,
hit the
you got
button and do the intro. Hey, that looks
yeah.
trapped. Oh, it looks like I'm in the Matrix, dog, like a brown
Well,
Matrix.
the bubbles.
Yeah,
Well, to the east, my brother, to the east.
Savage
The
AF,
rim.
man. You know what it is. Forget your feelings. Facts matter. We'll be cursing in exactly 4 minutes, but until then, Savage AF. We are your hosts. I am Black Pedro. Can you tell?
Black ass Pedro, and
Yes.
I am beige ass comedian Shang.
And Shang.
Yeah, I'm mocha
Khaki Shang.
swirl, khaki pants, not to be associated with the Charlottesville cucks that were down there. But yes, khakis.
He's Chino Shang.
Yeah.
Listen, Savage AF, guys. We are a show that gives you politics, hot topics, comments in an I don't give a fluff kind of style. That's how we filter it. Just two urban Negroes who have read some books. That being said, you can catch us typically
Wait a
Monday
minute.
through
What the
Friday.
hell? Wait a minute. You can't just glide over that. I know we got to do the little intro thing. You said two Negroes that read some
Urban
books.
Negroes.
Urban Negroes. Oh wow,
Urban
that made
Negro.
it.
Because
That made it better.
we talk often, not all Negroes are the same, but we are two urban Negroes who have read some books. You
Okay.
can catch us typically Monday through Friday live, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on YouTube and Facebook. Cheers to that. If you ever miss us live, you're a donkey biscuit.
You are you are butt crust.
You have walrus
I'm
jizz for
sorry.
brains. But that
Okay,
being said,
that was too. Okay, see, you tell me I
I
do
went too far.
too far with Rhino. No, I mean, Rhino grape. I don't think is as far as what you just said. I
I
think
said
it was a
walrus
little bit
jizz for
further.
brains. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like
think it was I think you went a little over the line, and I just want to distance myself, just like Ivanka Trump did from her father. I want to distance myself and
yeah,
go.
we're gonna get
I had
into it.
nothing to do with that comment. I do not condone that comment. And if you try to censure me before being associated with this man, I just want to say that I don't agree.
Hey, but listen, what you should agree with out there, guys, is that if you miss this, you need redemption. If you ever miss us live, you need to catch us on the rebound, on the get down, on the get around, on the come back around, on the go ahead and do it. Okay, sorry. Anyways, it's
Yeah.
on our YouTube channel. It's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. For those who are just listening, youtube.com/c/SavageAF World. All the shows are archived there. And when you get there, just stare, be aware. Ding.
That's how you do that.
Get subscribed and
Um,
notified.
yes, and also I know you think it's done, but it's not done until it's done. It's not done until the fight is over. Make sure that you go
Some of
and
you are,
check us out.
some of the
What?
I was gonna say some people are done on YouTube. Some people are done. They've been permanently banned.
Right. It's not, but this is
And
what you do. You look
they wouldn't
above
catch us.
us. You look to the sky.
Love us now.
You look to the sky and the heavens above, and you see some words that say savage, A, but then there's a dot, then a F dot. And then, brother, let me tell you what happens. Can go to our, what is it called? What is the
Facebook.
name of it?
The
Help me out here.
place. Go to our
Visit
Facebook page.
Facebook. You will
Savage
get
A.
punched
F.
in the Facebook if you don't do it, brother. I'm sorry. Been watching wrestling.
Hit in the face with a book. And when you get to Facebook or you watch any of our videos, make sure you do this.
That's
Don't
the
be
jazz
dumb.
version.
Give us a thumb. Oh,
If it don't fit, then you gain weight.
Must be grits.
Look at my hands. Look, that's jazz
Uh,
thumbs. Jazz thumbs. Ba-da-da-ba-da-ba.
hey, skip it pop up.
Um,
Listen, speaking of gaining weight, both Shang and I are trying to gain the most important weight on earth right now. That's IG weight, Instagram weight, the ig. You know what I'm saying? The gram do damage on the grammage.
Igage. Igage. Igage.
Instagram, man, we need weight. We need follower pounds. At Black Pedro on the Instagrams.
Yeah, yeah,
At
yeah.
comedian Shang. That's with a G on the Instagrams. Now they got a twin cousin app. Make sure you follow us on Threads as well.
Threads.
At same name, different game. You know what it is. At
Right.
Black Pedro at Shang.
Oh,
Listen, we
one
got
more
some.
thing. One more
We
thing.
got
One
some.
more thing. I just want to
Yeah,
say
yeah.
this. One more thing, man, before we jump. We're going to jump into it. I really want y'all to do me a favor. When this special comes out, I want you to share it and make sure that everybody and their mother, their cousin, your side chick, your drug dealer, if you still got those, because you know, there's cannabis places all over the place. But if you still got a drug dealer, have your drug dealer sling this special that is coming out called Engaged. It's called
Black Pedro
Engaged.
is
Black
engaged.
Pedro is engaged, working on the final things. There's going to be some final things we're going to be putting together, and then we're going to roll it out. And when we roll it out, we really need you to support it. So it's funny. If it wasn't funny, I would tell you fell off, and he should never tell a joke again. But
I would have blamed you. I'd have been
he
like,
he
Shang
did his.
directed it. He fucked
Was
it
it?
up.
It wasn't me. It was him. By the way, it was
It was
that
me. I did
motherfucker
my
who did
thing.
it.
I did my
No,
motherfucking
but no,
thing.
really. So make sure you do that now. Now we can jump into the show. Got to get that in people's
Uh,
minds. Black
we
Pedro
both.
engaged. Got to have it in your brain.
That's what it is. Speaking of the people's minds, we have some
We got
here.
the people in the
LG,
beat.
I see you. Twana, I see you. Bronda, never know what she gonna do.
Twana,
Keith,
some of this
Kevin
dick.
Keith, Andrew Radk is here. That's a new name for me. What's up, bro? Roberta Arnold, I see you as well. Damani Jones, Treehead, coming from international waters. We appreciate you. Treehead's trying to figure out how to get banned on YouTube. Girl, stop. All right, don't
Yeah.
just don't do it. Turn your life. All right, man. Listen, it is Wednesday, November 8th, 2023, in the time space continuum. Savage AF, fuck your feelings, facts matter. Black Pedro comedian Shang. You know
Oh
what
my
it is.
goodness, your language is just harsh. What are
Well,
you
we're
doing,
past it.
sir?
We're
We're
in the
past.
curse threshold zone now. All right. Listen,
Yeah.
we're gonna end today's show with a Shangri for you. And today the brother is gonna talk about zero fucks given.
Ba-da-da-da-da.
Break out your calculator to count up how many fucks Shang
Okay.
gives. Before we do that though, I am gonna get a Black Pedro pop in today. But I don't know what it is, so we're gonna talk about. I might
No,
save that
it's
for
your
you.
pause. It was the pause. It's going to be
I think. Well, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and throw your girl in there. Ivanka
but
a lot.
but the one thing I forgot, I wanted to make sure that we let you know that there has been another censure in Congress that I just feel like is just so off base when the other side has said
Actually, I
incredibly
can manufacture that, so we can make that your motherfucker say what today.
Yeah. Do you know who got
Uh,
censored, right?
yeah, we do. So we'll bring it up. We'll talk about it. But before we get
Yeah,
into
it's
that,
unbelievable.
we
But
Wednesday, November 8th, 2023, we're gonna start off today's show by celebrating that the Coon has been y'all. Maga took several. Shang often endorses this product. It's called Bag of Dicks. And MAGA last night, and the GOP in general, and the conservative movement, was fed a giant, like a satchel, a barrel,
A satchel, a
a
bushel,
bushel of. They
a
got
field.
dickified in their mouth. You cut out a bit of what? Say it again.
Dickified.
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I
So,
said it was a
um,
bushel. It was a field of dicks,
if you build
a
it,
stream of dicks.
field of dicks. If you build it, they will come in your mouth. Here's the thing. We talked about this yesterday.
There's levels,
Abortion
man.
was on.
that was,
Abortion.
so,
All right, so abortion was on the ballot in places like Ohio,
right.
and just in Pennsylvania they were trying to stave off a Republican kind of takeover, and in Virginia, Youngkin, the bumpkin ass governor, was trying to
Yeah.
get his 15-week ban in,
Wait for it.
and
Wait a
just
minute.
about.
Wait for it. Red ass state, Ohio, took a L. Red ass state took a L. Didn't think the Democrats would do it, but the reason that they took a L, other than the fact their association with Trump, that piece of shit, and they ran on exactly what they had to do for the people, not the stuff that they're trying to take away from the people.
So what they did, so specifically what happened in Ohio is that voters resoundingly voted, I think by a 13-point margin, to um, basically enshrine abortion rights into their state constitution.
Right.
Now, again, like I mentioned yesterday, I believe there is a limitation of up to like 22 to 25 weeks on that enshrinement, but it does exist then, right? Like, so now we're so let's say 25 weeks, that's almost 6 months, right? So by
Right.
then most women would know they're pregnant and have enough time to decide or if there are any
What
medical
they're going to do.
complications.
Yeah, what they're going to do, how they're going to go about it. But the thing that is, I don't know if the Republicans get it. They simply don't understand that a woman should be in charge of their own body. And I mean, men should have a say, but not a total say. And I just feel like what else they need to see? You took another L. You were not. I'm not going to say the Detroit Lions anymore because you can't say that anymore because the Detroit
Not this year.
Lions,
Not this
not
year.
this year, but I can still say the Cleveland Browns.
Nope. The Cleveland Browns are doing well this year.
I can't
You
say the
got
Cleveland Browns either.
bro. The Cleveland Browns
The Seattle Seahawks.
are winning games. I mean, they're not one of the more. I mean, the Seahawks are balling.
Oh, God damn it. Well, no,
The
they lost
Seahawks.
it.
The Seahawks beat the Lions. The
They
Seahawks were
did?
our first loss this year, but no. So yeah, that was week 2. But listen, you brought up, women, should be in charge of or own their own bodies. It's funny you say that because in this other case, that's starting to be heard today, or was heard today, it began in front of the Supreme Court, which we talked about this, taking away guns from domestic abusers. One of the arguments against it, I guess they're it's something that it has to do with, like, can you draw a parallel between like today and the way the law was written back in the day, right? And if there's some parallel between now and then blah blah blah, right? I'm sorry, I
Right.
did not explain that properly, but so basically,
But the
but
blah,
basically,
blah, blah made
no,
sense.
but what it leads to is this realization that back then when the Second Amendment was established, there were no domestic abuse laws because women were basically considered a property of their husbands. So domestic
Shadow.
abuse,
They were,
domestic abuse was not a big deal back then. So it of course wasn't making the law. So that's
but
one of the things
Pedro,
that'll be argued over. It's like,
you got to think, even
since the
on
Constitution
TV,
doesn't say anything like this.
even on
Mhm.
TV, yeah, domestic abuse to women wasn't no thing because one of the biggest, this is old school for you people. one of the things was the honeymooners, and every episode he talked about punching her to the moon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, you
One of
know,
these days, Alice, pow,
pow,
right in the kisser.
right in the kisser, pow, straight to the
Ready to punch
moon.
you in your face off the
Yeah.
screen.
So it was part of the show. It was one of the biggest laughs they got. And imagine that show being released now. It just couldn't happen. But I'm
It
just
wouldn't happen.
saying that's why right now the Republicans, and we'll see in the debate tonight. We'll see the debate because there's only 5 of them. Half the people that's running ain't even there. DeSantis is not. I don't even think he's
These
on it.
debates are a waste.
Waste of time. I think there's 5 of them left, but they're gonna have to address the fact that Ohio, Kentucky, and these other areas that are like, we ain't down
Virginia.
with your agenda. We're not down with your agenda. And Ohio's a racist fucking state. It's bad as Florida, as bad as
All of them
Alabama,
are, man.
Mississippi.
California got a bunch of racist bullshit in it.
Yeah, well, California. Yeah, you're right. Because parts of California that are. You're right. Because
Get your ass stuck
Pedro
out in
one
the
time was
desert
on a Pedro was on a live at once, and he was somewhere near Vegas and
during the
Barstow.
pandemic. I was in
Yeah,
Baker.
it was at Baker somewhere, and you were like, "Somebody save me!" I thought somebody was gonna be wearing Pedro's face the
Ain't
next day.
nobody.
Yeah, it's creepy out there.
So Shang, me, you. I also see Maylena Gibson in the building. What's up, girl? Make sure y'all follow Maylena, man. She's funny. Miyu says, see, Shang, I told you hold off your concerns last night. So
Oh well, you know what? You know why? Because the Democrats are always good at losing. That's why. And not winning now, but I'm saying the Democrats find a way to fuck it up. And I didn't think so on the abortion rights. I thought that was going to be a win. I didn't think it was going to be 13 points, but I thought it was going to be a win because I think that's more of an emotional, my personal freedom thing. But policy wise, I just thought they're going to fuck it up some kind of way, or they're going to step back at it and they're not going to, double down on the shit they really should do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, abortion rights is just an emotional thing. So that's why, woman.
I think that like Republicans are doing a great job now of just like kind of shooting themselves in the foot,
Yes.
especially with independence and things like that. I mean, I saw this clip. It was either earlier today or yesterday. It was like Marjorie Taylor Greene was talking. Mountain Gorilla Green was talking about, how Republican voters are tired of Republicans because they're ineffective and can't get this done, can't get that done, and she's tired of Republicans too. And I'm like, bitch, all of this is happening because of you and your crazy.
Yeah, that's all.
Like,
That's all your fault.
this
I'm
is
tired of
you.
people kicking. I'm tired of people kicking these kittens. Bitch, you've been kicking kittens all the time. That's you.
Bitch, you got fur on your toes. I can
All on
see
your
it right
toes. The other thing when she said that, actually, the thing I saw, I was like, if the Democrats don't use this in ad after fucking ad, you are some bitch ass Democrats. That should be your ad. Your own people don't like you, motherfucker. Why are you rocking with these dudes? Why are you rocking with these old, tired white men that are all about power and not about legislation that's supposed to help the people? That is the problem. That's why Coon Cage, motherfucker down in Kentucky, took an L to the face. He took it to the face because a lot of his stuff was attaching himself to Maga. He was, thank you, Donald Trump, for your endorsement and the sweat off your balls on my face. And he took an L. That's why, and Younger is not going to be able to save a lot of these people because now he got a Democratic he's going to have to deal with Democrats now.
Speaking of Younger, man, I heard Rick Santorum. I don't know if y'all remember that loser.
Oh, yeah, he said, but now you're going to want the democracy, I guess.
Well, no, but before that, even he was just like, he was on like Newsmax, and he said that I'm paraphrasing, but really close. But he said that when you put sexy things on the ballot, he's like, that's why you can't put everything on the ballot. Because when you put sexy things on the ballot, like abortion
and marijuana,
it brings out the young people. And, you know, and then at the end he said something like, and that's not good for a functioning democracy kind of thing. Like
Yeah,
basically,
that's what he said. Yeah.
having people vote on things isn't good for democracy.
That actually affects their lives directly and emotionally and financially, because I don't know why they don't look at the financial aspect for women and men and in general of not only abortion or keeping a baby, especially keeping a baby you're not in a financial position to afford. I'm going to say from personal experience, and I'm not acting like, and people in the feed, you can say whatever you want. When I say kids are expensive as fuck, daycare, just daycare. My kid, I don't know why I did this, but my kid went to private school, and you know, I shouldn't have did it, but I was like, yeah, I want the best shit for this motherfucker. And I'm gonna tell you, man, the price, shoes, like I can say it, my youngest, his shoes are expensive. Oh man, a backpack, you got to get a new backpack. Then you got to get the pencils and paper, and it adds up.
Shit.
Especially if you're what? Especially if you're.
I done had this backpack for like 7 years.
Oh yeah, but I mean the
If I
little
have a
kid
child from
backpack.
kindergarten
You up?
to 12th grade, that nigga gonna have one backpack.
He's going. It's gonna be all tattered
It's
and
gonna be
ripped. It's like,
stitched.
hey man.
It's gonna have patches on it and Hello Kitty
But
stickers
you
on
know,
it.
toys, trips, school trips. The bottom line is anybody that's in the feed that is a parent, that especially it's worse when you didn't want that kid. When you're like, I don't want this motherfucker. And people say, well, you can adopt. It's not as easy to even let the kid go off for adoption. It's just not. And then the kid has issues sometimes. Some people that are adopted have issues with, why did my parent give me up? Now I know why I want to give my kids up. I should have never. I never should have busted in general with these two motherfuckers. Ah, God
On the
damn it.
forehead. On the
Oh,
forehead, man.
yeah, I should have been. It should have been on the back.
Well,
But
okay.
got gang. But no, I think that what was somebody saying in the feed? I'm saying that the way they lost this time, can the Democrats keep the momentum going for 2024? Because they should put that on the ballot too. Republicans are fucking weird. Look at this, how they act. They're against you having rights over your body. Your pussy's not your pussy. You don't own it. And what you do in your bedroom matters to us. And marijuana, how dare you want it to be across the board in all states, even though people smoke it and take edibles and do all kind of shit in all states. Who the fuck do you think you are? They should put that all out there. And I don't know if Biden is the right one to be like, yeah, get some weed and be in control of your pussy. But maybe I'm starting to.
they just got to get the messaging right, because I mean Biden has done a lot and been effective, and we could clown him for his age, and he mumbles some shit every now and then, and sometimes looks like he needs a shot of something to get out there, Joe. But the reality is he has been an effective president, like he really has. So I was I was on some, man, I really wish Joe Biden wasn't the guy, but he's been the
I still
dude
am.
and gotten the job done. So at this point, it like it doesn't make sense to switch gears as a
I wish he
party.
wasn't the dude that I was. I wish he wasn't a dude, Pedro. I still do. I wish there was somebody younger. And believe it or not, they're starting to look at this guy that just won in Kentucky, because they say he's Clinton. He has that Clinton like vibe about him.
Yeah.
And
Bashir,
so
Andy Bashir.
Andy Bashir.
Yeah, 28, fine. But I don't know, man. There's just no need to switch it up. I also, I'm starting to realize that like a lot of these polls are bullshit. You know what I mean? Like
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
not and not all of them. I'm not saying none of them are trustworthy, but the reality is, it's just like they've been a bit wrong. Like these, they're like, oh, it's gonna be close, and then it's not right. There's gonna be a red wave, and then there isn't. So
Pedro, I beg to differ.
and
Oh, wait a minute.
I think
No.
independents might not flood over to Joe Biden, but I don't think they'll vote for Trump if he's on
I
the
think they
ballot.
will.
Not enough.
The black vote. I just
Not
saw a
enough.
thing on. I seen a thing on there, and it's black men, you bitch ass motherfuckers. Trump is up 3% with black men, and I'm stunned by that because he don't give a fuck about any of the issues of you as a black man, other than maybe he gave a tax cut to the top 1% of 1%, and that wasn't you. That wasn't. I don't know why these people think that wasn't you. That was the top 1% of 1%, and the top 1% of 1% is white. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They white-os. So you got to think, even in this country, there is 8,800 black billionaires. 8,800 black billionaires. That's
No, no.
not 8,000. No, there's
What the
800.
fuck did you just say? I was
Wait a
like,
minute. I got my
nigga,
numbers
hell
wrong.
no.
Hold on, I got
Nigga,
it wrong. I will
there's
look it
like,
up. I normally I'm in front of my computer and I can look it up. I did look it up. I got
there's
it wrong.
2,000 billionaires on the planet. There's about
Okay.
700 in America.
Okay,
Like
look it up because I
seven
can't look
something.
it up. Okay, well, my point is I
I
messed up
know
on that number.
there's around 2,000. There's 2,000 something billionaires on the planet, and like 760 or 80 something of them are in the States.
But I messed up on that, and fuck y'all because I can make mistakes. But the bottom line is, it wasn't you in the top 1% of 1% that was getting these tax breaks. Now, I still think, even though I saw some people in the feed said I should have just hung in there, I still think their Democrats are so good at fucking. I saw it in a show once where they're so fucking great at losing. They're so fucking great at not using the narrative that makes them win and not keeping that narrative going or keeping that same energy. And you know, when people say, yo, keep that same energy when you see me, they don't do that. They just don't. Democrats is on some punk shit. And even though they won, I don't think they won. It's not going to change in the 2024 election. Trump's going to be the nominee. Unfortunately, Biden's going to be the nominee. And it's going to be a bunch of old white men, the two old white men scuffling it up.
Just so everybody knows, according to Forbes magazine, and that's your name's Shang Forbes, right? So,
wait a minute. So my magazine is
according to your own institute, there, Shang.
My magazine is all right. I didn't know because I haven't been in the office. I've been on the road. So tell me what's happening.
They counted 2,640.
I don't know why I said 88. I don't know where I got that from.
Salaries, and that's down from 2,668. So they
okay. What about black people?
28 billionaires went broke. Nigga, we could count that on our hand. Nigga, it's Oprah, Michael Jordan, goddamn Drake. Oh, he's Canadian. Never mind.
He's Canadian. That don't count.
But so yeah, and I see another link that said there's like 3,100 billionaires. But either way, we're looking like 2,000-3,000 billionaires, according to Statista.
It ain't a lot of black people.
There were 3,194.
It might have been millionaires. I don't know what the number was. Is more black millionaires than there. That makes more sense. Yeah, I made a mistake, and y'all. So y'all, what? You know what? Okay, thanks, people. Whatever, fuckers.
I don't know why, but White T. Johnson is asking question for Pedro. What about the GDP under Biden versus DT? I don't know those numbers, but for me, it's just like, what about Trump being a cracker and starting an insurrection and drumming up a bunch of racists?
What about him having 91 indictments?
There are no valid political points.
Also,
Trump. I mean, yeah.
And for the people, White T. Johnson, I want to say something. A lot of the stuff that Trump capitalized on was actually from the Obama administration. You can look it up. It's easily Googleable. It's not like Trump created some kind of fucking wave of stuff that helped the GDP. He came in on a whim.
I know he, I don't know about the GDP specifically, but I believe he created 25% of the national debt, and that's that's over a 200-year period. 25% of it came from him in his one administration. Miyu says the polls are wrong and mainstream media plays into it. I mean, yeah, it's just what I've noticed lately. Like they're like, this is gonna be a close. I don't know, and then that shit is, it's a blowout. And not even close. So, and speaking of blowouts, I mean, it's about as good as it gets. It was a 6%, a 6-point win, but Andy Bashir, like you mentioned earlier, beat out that Coon Muffin Daddy
and
Biscuit.
afterwards, in his concession speech, he says, "Well, I guess I didn't suck Trump's dick enough." And that didn't work out like I thought.
Should have swallowed, Dan.
Yeah, I should have grabbed his little tiny hands and put them on my face, and while I guzzled his man pudding.
I was happy to see that happen. So, all right, man, we're gonna keep it pushing. What did I say?
Keep on pushing.
What did I say? The motherfucker say what was gonna be? Oh, I know
it was gonna be about
sin.
You got it.
So, hold on, I'm gonna type it in real quick. But
and people in the feed, I can't see the feed because the way I'm on here online because I'm in Vegas. But thank all y'all for being down with Savage AF. You got it?
All right. So, yep, I got it. So here's the thing, guys. It's a lot going on in the world. A lot of hot topics, sensitive issues, people saying what they say. And some people are being not allowed to say what they say. But when we talk about this, I believe most of you out loud should say,
motherfucker say what? Yeah. Motherfucker say what? Say yeah.
Oh.
And we'll push through this one quickly, but you sure about that censure? I should have put a question mark in there. But your girl, she's part of what they call the squad.
The squad.
People like Ilhan Omar, Ayanna Pressley,
right?
AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and then this woman specifically from my home state,
from the D,
repping the D. My mother actually knows her personally, but Rashida Tlaib, who is coincidentally the only Palestinian American serving in all of Congress, was censured by not just the Republicans, but also
the bitch ass Democrats. I keep telling you, they bitches.
22 of them. I mean, you can't put
22 bitch ass Democrats. I fucking I want to fight both of y'all in the arena.
The only name I recognized was Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and fuck her, man. I've hated her for a long time.
I don't like a face. I don't like a mama face. You know what I'm saying? I don't like her ears. I'm gonna just grab them. And
her face looks like an old purse. But they 22 Democrats along with the Republicans voted to censure Rashida Tlaib. For what they label as anti-Semitic comments. But and nobody believes that anti-Semitism should be present anywhere in our society. But when you have motherfuckers like Jim Jordan who tweets out, some shit that said like Kanye period, Elon period, some other anti-Semitic.
Oh yeah, no, there's another one. I can't. His name escapes me right now, but there was another one that said flat out that we're going to make sure we bomb the Palestinians back to the Stone Age and eradicate them from the planet. This was a Republican, and that said this. Marjorie Taylor Greene has said
say that. Those people are brown. You can say that.
Oh well, I don't know.
No, but what I'm highlighting is that.
But that is promoting violence.
And Jim Jordan has because we're talking about because they're censoring Rashid Tlaib over what they are calling anti-Semitic remarks, right? But what I'm saying is that there are other members of Congress, namely Jim Jordan, who's the chair of the Judiciary Committee, who has tweeted out things that play anti-Semitic, certainly seem it.
Oh no, there's been more than that. But the Democrats, Democrats, what they bitch ass, and they are bitches. I don't like any of the one of them no more. So I'm just letting y'all know I'm not a Republican and I'm not a Democrat. They all all of them they can all take it up the ass. I just feel like the Democrats should have stood with her or made a strong case to stand with her. And that's too many Democrats. 22 is too many Democrats to vote for censure. When you see Marjorie Taylor Greene getting away with stuff, or both were getting away with stuff, with all of these different people, Jim Jordan getting away with and the one guy sent a video where it looked like the woman one of the squad was being killed, and they put an anime creature ripping her soul out, all kind of shit. All of that stuff they did, the violence that they've already, basically promoted towards these women, and none of them are censured. None of them. So
Marjorie Taylor Greene did get removed from committee. I thought the Democrats did that.
But is that censure?
I mean, removing her from committee makes her essentially useless in that space. Like, she wasn't. So, I mean, like it was just some disciplinary action was taken against her.
But it was taken against her. Okay, that's true.
No.
I still felt like
Nancy Pelosi and them kicked her off of committees. Like they did their job when she went batshit. With this, like I said, coincidentally, but it's not. I mean, Rashida Tlaib is the only Palestinian American in Congress, right? So, like, obviously, her perspective is going to be different than this mainstream stand by Israel shit. And I don't even know specifically what she said, but I think we all know where it's, we're in a space where any criticism can easily be painted as anti-Semitic with regards to this Israel-Hamas Palestine conflict, right?
But let me ask you this: do you think that's part of the narrative that people have been saying about the Jewish people in power in the media? Because I saw somebody.
It's not even about all that. I mean, like the reality is, America and Israel are staunch allies, right? So, like this is, it's. Israel's like our watchdog in that area, right? Like it's we have other relationships with other Middle Eastern countries, but Israel's our shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been paying.
I know, but
shit.
What I'm saying is, I watched what is it?
Well, no, I know what you're getting, but no, I mean, like
you should still be able to tell your friend when he's being a dick.
Yeah, but like. If any narratives about Jewish controlling the media or whatever, like that
was something they said, and I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, I'm saying that's not. I don't even think that's relevant. It because America's gonna kick this like same narrative because it serves American, government goals, right? Like it's so they're gonna spit the same propaganda whether it's Jewish owned or not.
Yeah, like whoever it is.
American mass media is going to kick this same narrative because it serves our purposes in the region. And that, that's it. So it to me, that has nothing to do with, I'm not going to fall into another anti-Semitic trope trying to prove that I'm not, there's no need to even bring that up. Like, it's not even about that. Like the narrative in general.
No, the reason I said that was part of the reason that I wanted a couple of the articles. They were saying that the Republicans buying into this narrative that was painted by some of the people that are in power, and some of the people that were in power, and that media that was pushing it happened to be. I mean, right now they're going after Dave Chappelle because he said I stand with Palestine. That now they're going after him. And he's allowed to his opinion if he feels that way. There's a lot of people that feel that way, but yet the media does go after him. They're going after. I just saw the article on it, and of course he's too big for them to really. I don't know if he's that too big, but I mean, he could be like, I don't give a fuck what you're saying. I'm gonna sit on this 60 million and keep it moving. But I just feel like the way they went about it, some of the stuff that's been said in Congress, is some fuck shit. And I know some of the things she said, I don't think they were. And then her speech today about wanting all people to be free and wanting the Palestinians to live a life that's free. and not to be, treated like subhumans, and no water, no electricity, all the shit they're doing to them. I just think that if she's allowed to say that as a Palestinian, she could say, "Hey, this is fucked up." Then she showed a picture of her grandmother and said, "My grandmother just wants to live. She's in Palestine. She just wants to live her life. That's all. She's not Hamas. She's not, you know, trying to take over all of the trade in Gaza. It's just these are people." And she started crying, saying, "We're human beings, and you're acting like our deaths don't matter." So the cries of a fucking Israel baby dying, and the cries of a Palestinian baby dying, I don't see as two different sounds. That's
Right.
one sound. That's a baby dying. And I agree with her. I agree with her. She had a powerful thing. Her speech was powerful. And I just feel like I think that Democrats jumped the gun. But I mean, we pull out like what's the dude that's on Saturday Night Live? He did a joke about acting like he was grabbing titties, and they kicked him smooth the fuck out.
Al Franken.
What is his name?
Al Franken. So
yeah.
LG says it is relevant. Who controls the media controls the narrative. What I was saying though, LG, is that like in this instance, any American, like most American outlets, media outlets, whether they're Jewish owned or not, are going to be kicking the same pro-Israel narrative. So because America and Israel are aligned completely, 100%. So in this instance, it doesn't matter who owns the media outlet. They're all going to say the same thing. They're all going to be pro-Israel. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like,
it doesn't matter.
Like, it's like, because not all media is owned by Jewish people, right? But most of the media is kicking the same narrative. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
So like, because America's so aligned with Israel, the our mainstream, no matter who owns it, is going to kick that same narrative. That's all I was saying. But because like I'm also, because that's part of anti-Semitic tropism, is they own the media, so they kick in the message, and it's like, I'm gonna stay out of that land. You know what I mean? Like I don't even think that's a necessary place to be.
So what did he? But what was he saying? What was he saying? He's saying that they control the narrative. I know you want. Sometimes you want to stay out of that, but I feel like, let's call it. I don't want to like saying that. Let's call it spade a spade. If that's the case, if I'm a person like, just like I know that there's a bias with me with Black comics, where with Black comics I try to help them, because I know white comics have a clearer lane to get to success and getting bookings and whatever else. So if I'm the person in power and that person in position, then I'm going to be able to call the narrative of what I want. If I'm a position if I'm a Jewish person and I'm in a position of power over a certain amount of the media, I'm going to push the narrative that I feel makes my community or my people look better, even if it's wrong, even if I'm fucking wrong.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that there are conservative Christian outlets that are as pro-Israel as any Jewish-owned outlet. So that's what I'm saying. So just being Jewish isn't enough to explain why the media, like being Jewish-owned, wouldn't be enough to explain why the mainstream media narrative is pro-Israel. Like, it's not just Jewish ownership.
No, it's not just that. No. But no, I wasn't saying. In my opinion, it's all a fuck fest. So I'm saying the article, they were saying that part of the reasoning of the Republicans, other than the alignment with the Jewish community, was the media's portrayal, and saying that the media's portrayal that kind of not saying that Palestinian lives don't matter, and people's in Israel lives matter. People in Israel lives matter. And there was a lady that said that according to Meta's algorithm, less people are talking about the what's going on in Palestine on Facebook. And she's saying keep that narrative out there and keep the truth out there. Yeah. So it's going down. It's going down because, and they're not the narrative of, hey, Israel's right for wiping out defending himself. And even they said that narrative is wrong because if you are occupying a place, you can't, and you can't say that you're defending yourself from a place that you occupy, that you control. You're the one controlling that. This is this is from war crime and whatever laws saying how you can't even say that. You can't say that narrative. I'm defending myself from a place that I run. I pretty much run. I kick people out. I make them walk on certain sides of the street. I can cut off the water and electricity when I want to. We could kick you out of your home and take your fucking home. We could take your land and do whatever else. How can you could say, they said, and I still don't agree with that. I feel like you hit me with something, I got to hit you back. But the bottom line is they're saying you can't even do that because you're the one controlling the shit.
A lot of speaking of narratives, a lot of things have come out. Man, we're not gonna get to the rest of the show because I gotta bounce after this. But Days of Joy Entertainment brings up something that isn't in my bag, but it is a narrative that I'm hearing a lot around this issue. So I'll address it a bit. But Days of Joy Entertainment says we need to stop the lie that those people are Hebrews and Israelites. Start there. And then they say, according to the history of the Bible, the new kingdom will be set in place by God. So by supporting the lie, we're supporting everything that is happening in Palestine. Listen, you're talking to two stone cold atheists, man. So, with all respect, I am missed by any of the Bible stuff or Holy Land shit. I'm not into any of that. I'm into the pure logistics of sociology, right? Like these are occupied lands. There was there's seemingly some sort of agreement for a two-state solution.
Right.
That has not been honored completely.
And that's just the facts.
And that has ramped up tensions over the years and caused more and more occupation. And that's really all I'm looking at in this thing.
No,
I don't.
Well, I don't want to say about the religion, but miss me with that bullshit. But miss me with that bullshit. The thing is, I don't think this is all about just religion. I think it is definitely underlying money situation. I think the reason that America's down and Russia wants to be involved with it because they know that if they get that canal and if they get the land, they're going to take over the land, and they're pushing these people out. They want to send them to Egypt, and Egypt's like, that ain't cool. I mean, that's somebody's house. There's a video of a Jewish guy saying, well, it's my house now. And the lady's like, no, you're taking my house. Well, I own it by blood. What? I mean, that's what's going on.
Let's spill some then.
Well, wow. See, I didn't go there. And I usually would.
But that's where it goes. Days of Joy Entertainment, but they are using the Bible as justification for what they're doing. Absolutely. Yeah, they absolutely are. That's why that's part of the reason why I'm not into religion.
There's not as many people that are
use their religion to justify bullshit.
There's not as many Jewish people there as there are Muslims. There's way more Muslims. Right. And I think America, and I think Trump did this shit. He tried to paint a narrative of like they're villains, that all Muslims are villains. And they just
I mean that's an American thing. I mean
that's an American thing, but I think
that's what
he refueled it.
Is about.
I know, but he refueled it.
No. Well, refueled, refueled.
Refueled. I said he refueled it with the Muslim ban and all that other stuff, and a lot of stuff that the Republicans, because they're all cowards. All of them are cowards. They're afraid of Trump's base, and they're all cowards, and they sided with him. But privately, they'd say, "Oh, this ain't cool." But in public, they would just always suck his dick. So I just think that right now this is a fuck fest. I think that her getting censured, saying that she was saying anti-Semitic shit when Jim Jordan absolutely, positively was leaning into anti-Semitic shit for sure. Just like, Kanye, period. Kanye has said banana shit.
Well, no, yeah, he tweeted that after Kanye did his first anti-Semitic rant, and then left it up even after the DEFCON 3 or whatever shit he was saying. So it's crazy shit. Listen, man, I really have to run, y'all. I gotta get out of here. The Mama Missed, Rashida Tlaib, representative from Michigan out of Detroit, the only Palestinian American in Congress, was the one who got censured, and that was today by not just the Republicans but 22 Democrats as well. So thank you for jumping in. We got to jump out. I got to jump out. But
all right. Well,
that being said, tomorrow.
No, I'll do it tomorrow, man. Listen, we got to go. Yeah, you saved the video so we can talk about it tomorrow. I want to let you know again, you guys, I'm in Vegas at the LA Comedy Club. That's in the Strat Casino. If you want to come to my show, it's at 8:00. All you got to do is say at the door, I'm on Shang's list, and you will get in free with as many people as you want. If you in Vegas, come fuck with me and get these jokes all up in your grill.
Get the whole grill package, y'all. All right, man. Listen, that being said, we'll see you tomorrow, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Until then, stay black if you are black. Okay. Do not be black if you are not black.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Things. Last, not least, keep your finger all about your nose, yo.